Hello, all my RC people. How are you doing today? Hope it's well. So, it's not very often you get a chance to review something twice, and this time I'm pretty happy about reviewing this for a second time. I've already reviewed this product once before from a different supplier, right from Sense itself. But this time, I was offered this by Juan Vaughn. They're now offering this under their name. This is the Sense ESS Dual. And this is a absolutely amazing sound system for your RC vehicle. And I mean, it covers, when I say your RC vehicle, I mean your RC vehicle. You can get airplane noises, boats, cars, trucks. It pretty much handles everything, along with accessory noises like brakes, turbos, machine gun fire, horns. So there's a lot you can do with this. Let's go ahead and get it out of the box. These come packaged really nice, and for the dual is kind of a larger unit. So if you're going to get the dual, you better have a larger bay to put it under. Usually a bigger truck works good, or you know, if you're a low center of gravity on-road car or something, you got room under the cab, then go for it. But if you got a small area, you're going to want to go with the one. But I like the dual because with the dual speakers, you get a much nicer, throatier sound. I like it a lot better. So it's an all-in-one unit. You got a speaker on each end. And you have your wire that goes out to your receiver and along with your accessory wire. And then this power wire hooks up directly to your battery voltage. So what you're going to want to do is take another end of one of these red JST connectors and just literally solder it onto the positive negative connector of your ESC. So it hangs out there like a little pigtail out the back. I'll show you here in a minute. And this is the one they give you. They do provide you with one. So you can just like piggyback in line. But let's say you don't use the Dean's connector and you don't want to mess with a third connector, another break in your line. You can just literally solder that off the back, which I'll show you. And they also include this fob. This fob, the S-Link, is very important if you're wanting to get your sounds to where you can make them more customized, put anything you want on there, and do like your idle times and everything. And it just plugs in. There's only one way it can go in there. So that's really hard to mess up. And it just plugs in there, and that'll go in the side of your computer. We'll get to that in a moment. They also give you a Y harness, and with the Y harness, you're going to want to plug this into one side of it, and your vehicle's ESC in the other side, and then you're going to want to plug that into your receiver under your throttle port. And they give you several different mounting brackets for this. I end up using Velcro a lot myself, but they do give you a lot of different options for mounting. And they give you your screws for mounting all your different hardware. And they include your instructions. And the instructions are really simple and really basic. And they also, here's some double-sided tape if you want to use double-sided tape. They're really, really basic instructions that are pretty easy to follow. I'll show you how to do the calibration. It's really simple. And I'll show you how to do the different selections between your different sounds. So there's everything, but instead of looking at this little piece of paper, let me get this up on the vehicle and I'll show you exactly how it works. Okay, once you have everything hooked up, and you can see this is where I've soldered on that power lead. My wires are a bit messy right now because that's just everything's sitting here. I haven't got it all buttoned down. This is a project I'm working on. You guys are kind of getting a little sneak peek of. Some of you will know what it is. So you're going to want to power on your vehicle. See, nothing happens. And you're going to want to make sure you have your vehicle supported off the ground. I've got mine on a little set of RC four-wheel drive jack stands because your wheels are going to move. Either remove your wheels or support the vehicle so the wheels are not touching. Alright, so if you're going to want to calibrate this, you're going to hold this in. You hear that noise? So you hit it once for your neutral. Pull your trigger all the way. Hit it. Full reverse. Hit it again. Hear the long beep. You're set up now. Now, when you pull the trigger, And then of course you got your volume up and down. Which it gets really loud. Okay, now you have two sounds on this. So if you want to get to your second sound, you hold the negative in. Now you're on your second sound. And I've got mine on that 45-second delay now, so that's where it's going to go before it goes into silent mode. So let me just click that down a little bit. So that's your basic setup on that. And what we're going to have to handle next is getting onto the internet. And to do that, you are going to have to go to, see, they should have it right on the box here. You want to go to www.sensehobby.com/RCX. And you're going to want to download the RC Plus program. So go do that, follow those steps to download the program, and then I will meet you over on the program. And one more thing before we make it over to the internet portion. So that little yellow wire, you plug that into channel 3, and that's your auxiliary. So I have mine set up on a machine gun on channel 3, so check this out. Now I've got the machine gun on the auxiliary noise. You can change that to a horn or whatever you want. Alright. So excuse the noise. I'm set up in the living room. It's the only place I get any good Wi-Fi signal. So once you have installed your sound system, your RC Plus, and you open it up, this is what it'll look like. You also have to plug your, I'm sure you can't see that because it's so dark around it, you plug your sound system with a 3-wire into your little USB fob and plug that into the port. And then you can do things like go to the store, and then you have stuff just like this. You can select gunfire, and then you have tons of other sounds too. I mean, they have everything. They have boats, cars, airplanes. We'll just skip back here and show you a couple. Throw a different one on here. I can find another truck sound. There we go. So like this here, this is the one I have set up on 2 already. So this would be let's say I like that sound. I'm going to go ahead and hit that, and then I'll hit download, and now I will hit install. It'll ask me where I want to put it. I want to choose it for source 1. Hit OK. And it takes a second here to write the sound file. I'm showing you step by step because I tried to find one that on YouTube myself to see how to do this, and all of them, I don't know, they seem like they're a little bit hard to follow. They didn't really talk through it. They just kind of clicked on things and moved through. So we're going to take our time and show you, because to me this was the hardest part, was getting it, figure out how to get it set up, because I've got actually I've got 3 of these, and I always had the idle that was cutting off way too soon, so I know how to change all that and everything now. We'll go through that here in a moment. It's just about downloaded. There we go. And this goes pretty quick through this part. And we're finished. So I can just go over to close. And then I'm going to go over here. This is our engine generator. So now we have this set up. And we have it right here. So you can hit listen. We have that set up for number 1. So if you're wanting to do things like go to your engine and you're wanting to set your idle, like on this one, it's set on 5 seconds. So now you can just, I'm sure you can just type it in there, but I'm just going to click it up. I like to click it up somewhere around like 40 seconds or so. Or we'll go 45. And now that we have that set up that way, we can just go up here and hit save. Save successful. X out of that. And it's that simple. So I have the second channel set up is this one. Now, hopefully that's easy to follow. As I said, this was the hardest part for me, figuring out how to do this. Now that all this is set up, should be able to set up anything, you know, any way you choose. You can go to change, and then you have to pick what file and stuff to download stuff from, but you can add your horns and everything as well. But alright, I think that about wraps this up. Let me zoom back out to the car again. So I think this is going to wrap up our review and instructions of the ESS Dual, the Juan Vaughn release of the Sense Dual ESS. I hope this helped you with any of your setup and any of your questions you may have. I hope that it was easy for you to follow, because that was the hardest thing I had with this when I got my first one, was trying to figure out how to use it. So thanks a lot for watching. I'm going to leave a link for this in the description below. And if you don't mind, hit the like on the way out. Really appreciate it. Helps me out. And I hope to see you on the next video.
Yeah.